Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to talk about 100% stacked bar chart and 100% stacked column chart. Starting with the 100% stacked bar chart. In a 100% stacked bar chart, each bar represents the total value for a category and the value in the segments within the bar shows the relative proportion of each subcategory as a percentage of the total. This chart type is useful for comparing the distribution of values across different categories while normalizing for differences in total values. If we talk about the 100% stacked column chart, similar to the 100% stacked bar chart, the 100% stacked column chart represents the total value for each category with the height of the column, while the segments within the column show the relative proportion of each subcategory as a percentage of the total. It provides a clear visualization of the relative distribution of values within each category. So let's go to the Power BI screen and see how can we create these two visuals over there. So these two visuals can be found over here, the second last one and the last one in the first row. The first one is the 100% stacked bar chart. Let's look how can we create it. So first you have to click on it, then it would appear on the canvas. Now it asks you to fill the some values. The first one is the y-axis, the second one is the x-axis, the third one is the legend. So right now, if you are not sure which values do you want to keep in the y-axis and which values do you want to keep in the x-axis, what you can do is you can simply drag and drop your data on the top of the visualization. So right now, what I want to do is I want to see that what market it is making how much amount of profit. So for that, what I'll do is I will drag and drop this market over here, and then I will drag and drop these profit values over here. So it is showing me the percentage of the values that are being shared with the help of profit in each market. Now I want to divide it across each category. So for that, what I can do is I can drag and drop this category over here. If I just make it in the focus mode, you can see this single bar is showing the 100% of the profit it is making in the APAC region, EU region, and the other regions. That is the markets that is on the y-axis. Now, if we talk about the x-axis, there we have the sum of the profit. But over here, these small chunks or the small pieces are showing me the percentage of the profit that each category is making. So if I hover over this, in APAC market, furniture is making 28.88% profit. The second one is the office supplies, which consists of 24.2. The third one is the technology, which is giving us a profit of 46.93%. Now let's turn on the data labels. So I will go over here to format your visuals, and then I will just scroll down and turn these data labels on. So I can see these labels in the form of percentage. Now you can see that each bar represents the 100% of the profit each market is making. So this is the same with the EU region and the same with the other regions as well. Now, let's say if you don't want to see this in the form of percentage, if you want to see this in the form of numbers. So what you can do is you can just maximize this data labels over here and just scroll down and you can see these details over here. So if you turn off these details, it would stop showing you the percentage. But if you turn on these values, it would show the values, exact values of profit that particular market is making in each category. Now we will talk about some more formatting options that we haven't talked about in the previous sessions, and we will take some look at some common formatting options as well. So some of it is like, let's say, if you want to change the color of each bar, what you need to do. So for that, what you can do is you can go over here in the bars, and over here you can see in this series, you will find the multiple values. For example, right now, each bar is divided into three parts. The first one is the furniture, the second is the office supplies, and the third one is the technology. Now, I don't want to show technology in this orange color. So what I can do, if you go over here and click, you will find this technology option. So click on technology, and over here, it would show you the current color. So I will choose this current color and I will make it some different shade of purple. So I can select this color and it would change my color. Now, these all things are very important when you are talking about the visibility of your visual. So as it would be pleasing to our eyes, it would be very easy for us to understand that particular visual. Then after you have made changes to this color, what else you can do is you can put on some grid lines if you like. So let's say if I want to put some grid lines, I will go in this grid line options, and over here I can change the type of my grid lines. So the first type is the dotted one, the second is the dash one, and the third is a solid one. So let's keep some dash lines for now. So I will select this dash lines and I will change the color to black. So I will go in the colors option and make it black. And over here, I would change the intensity or the thickness of that particular lines. So let's say I want to make it thick by 2 pixels. So instead of 1 over here, I can write 2. And as you can see, it has increased the thickness of our grid lines. Now there are more formatting options available in this general option. Let's say if you want to do some general formatting for this visual, you have the option of the properties over here, in which you can change the size of the particular visual. So right now we are in the focus mode. And in this focus mode, it tries to cover the whole canvas space with the help of a single visual. So let's say if I go back to the report, and over here you can see in my general properties, it is currently showing me that my height of the visual is 527 pixels and the width is 695 pixels. So if I just try to increase or decrease it a bit, you can see the size over here would change. So you can control the size of your particular visual, and you can do it to the extreme of a single pixel also. So let's say I wanted to keep the height as 500 and the width as 800. So I can even do it. All you need to do is you need to put some numbers over here. And this is particularly important when you are trying to create a report and you want to specify that what particular size of the visual should be there so that the other visuals can also fit in the other spaces. Now, this was all about the 100% stacked bar chart. If you want to make the 100% stacked column chart, what you need to do is, again, you will be looking at this option, which is the last in this row, 100% stacked column chart. You can click on it. I made a mistake over here. I named this page as 100% stacked column chart, but I made the bar chart. So what I'll do is I'll just select this and press Control C, and I'll come to this page and I'll press Control V, and I can remove this visual from over here. Now to make the 100% stacked column chart, the process is fairly similar. You just have to click on this, expand your visual, and then you can put the values one by one. So in this particular part, what we will do is instead of the market, this time we are going to take some regions. So let's say if I'm taking the region wise profit, so I'll drag this region over here and then I'll search for the profits and drag and drop it over here. Now it is showing me the region wise profit. So I'll probably expand this visual by taking it in the focus mode. Now I can see the profit that it is making in each region specifically. Now let's say I want to divide it among some categories. So for that, what I'll do is I can drag and drop this categories over here on the top of this visual. And you can see it is now dividing each bar into different parts. Over here, you can see this Southeast Asia region is giving me the profits, which is going down 0%. That means it is giving me some negative values. To verify it, what I can do is I can go to format visual, and over here, I can turn on the data labels. So if I turn on this data labels, and I will just expand it. And over here, if I scroll down, instead of the details, what I'll do is I'll turn on the values. So I can see both of these values. So I can just turn off these details. And now you can see that it is indeed giving me some negative values. So the sum of the profit that it is giving in the Southeast Asia region in furniture is minus 7269.77%. That is the amount of profit that I'm getting in that particular portion. 22.44% is actual a loss value. So with the help of these charts, you can easily find what is that particular category that is making some losses and what are the particular categories that is contributing to the huge amount of the profit in each region. So over here, if you go to this north region, you can see the highest profit giving category is technology. And the same things are happening in the other regions as well. But if you talk about this west part, if you come over here, you can see that 40% is the only profit part that is given by technology. And over here, things seems a bit different. 48.52% part profit is given by office supplies. The same thing is happening over here also in the south part. So in this way, you can try to find out the different insights in your visualizations. I hope this visualization was clear to you. In the next part, we will talk about some different visualizations. Thank you.